Hey, this is Sonic Do Mario, showing you how to do a speedrun of the Halo Combat Evolved level Truth and Reconciliation on the Legendary difficulty. So there is a big skip involved in this level that you see in a lot of speedruns. Doing a double or triple grenade jump in the shuttle bay to get from the first floor to the top floor. If you're having trouble with that, I've never attempted it. Here's how you can get through the level. Without that grenade jump, this is one of my favorite, probably my favorite level in the game. So you do have the unskippable cutscene, and probably the only real annoying part about this level. If you get off the ship, just bolt right over here, and if you get here fast enough, the two elites that you want to snipe, usually they're both purple, but it's like one of them is blue. You want to get them out first, then try to take down the two jackals. A little inaccurate there with the sniping. The other jackal's out of sight right now, so we're just gonna snipe away the other enemies. So once you get all the enemies cleared here, the Marines will move in. They can also move in, I think, if the Covenant see you. If they start shooting at you, you get hit. I think on Legendary, it takes a lot more for them to move in. I think on easier difficulties, they may just move in at the first gunshot, but not so much on Legendary. So one grunt got in the turret, and there's another one who's over there. Yeah, you don't want to waste too much time here. You don't have to kill everybody. Again, the music will kick in once everyone's dead and the Marines move in. If you can't find a grunt, just run forward. If you get too far away, the Marines will come after you. Also, you just want to get that elite coming in after you. Snipe him, get the grunts behind him, throw a couple grenades. You'll clear the first group of grunts and then the two jackals behind it. Now for this section, you want to snipe the jackal up top, the grunt. There is an elite, he's going to drop down. You want to try to get him before he gets up and starts moving and shooting at you. Once he's dead, the grunts around here, they'll just scatter and run. But you don't really have to worry about the ground level grunts. Try to take out the grunts up top, because we are going to skip up there in a second. There's an elite over here. You can do the CE, which I don't think I hit him with that first plasma shot, but I took him out anyway. So while we're here, go to this dead Marine over here, recharge your frag grenades, your sniper ammo, health. Look in the back, just climb up these rocks, try to snipe the elite in the back. You want to be quick about it. You are surrounded by grunts and they can start shooting at you. You don't want that to happen, and they can drain away your health. Once you get rid of all the grunts, just move up ahead. There's a couple more grunts coming down the walkway from where the elite just came. Watch out for any stray grenades. And there may be one more grunt, I'm not entirely sure. So in this next segment, there's only two enemies that you want to concern yourself with in killing. There is an elite patrolling up around here. Hopefully he'll be right up front by the time you get there, otherwise you have to wait for him to walk around. So snipe him, walk up here. Cortana will tell the Marines to advance. Don't worry about them, because we're about to get another fresh batch of Marines. Snipe that elite in the background. I don't know why I went after that grunt, but up here there's an active camouflage you're going to want to pick up. And I'm just going to hide back here for a second, because one of the things that the anniversary graphics screws up with the camouflage is that it gives you the impression that you're instantly cloaked. That's not the case if you flip back to the original graphics. You'll see that when you pick up a camouflage, you'll transition into the camo. So I just waited there for a sec. So you can use it, get past those two elites, and then when you get to this section, just start meleeing all the stupid grunts. Once you take care of them and the two jackals, go up here, melee the elite, the grunts. Now, if you got here without the Marines right behind you, the game will think that you don't have any Marines alive, and Cortana will call for backup. And you do want the Marines. It's not like they help out too much, but they will distract the Covenant for you, so they're not all just coming after you. I don't know why, but that elite just came back and tried to come after me, so just went and sniped them. So once you clear all the enemies here is when this dropship comes in and only has two grunts and two jackals, so they're pretty easy to kill. And once you have everyone killed here is the big grav lift fight. If you're good at this, I'm not too good at it. You can drop a grenade in the middle of the grav lift and take out all the enemies. The wave of enemies comes in when, not when you kill everyone, but when there's only one enemy left in the wave, it'll drop off the next. You only want to try to do one grenade per wave, but you don't want to run out of grenades during this fight. Apparently I just lost my shields there and a lot of health, so I just back up a little bit. So yeah, if you're really good at this, you can drop your grenades in perfectly, kill the enemies instantly, and the grenade will kill all of them. It'll immediately send in the next wave of enemies, but yeah, I'm a little sloppy here, so that doesn't happen. So if that's the case, just go around, snipe enemies if they get too far, and plasma pistol them if they don't. So there, actually I only got 2 with that grenade. Yeah, there are frag grenades below, but again, you're just constantly fighting, so there's usually not a good time to restock on grenades for the grav lift. Yeah, we just got the next one, and this is definitely not one of my better runs, but you'll definitely see this on speed runs where you'll see someone just drop a grenade right in the middle just as soon as the enemy lands and it clears them out. Usually when I'm not speedrunning, I just get in the gun turret and just start shooting at them constantly with Marines in front of me. I always found that more entertaining. Yeah, I didn't have too much luck with grenades here. It looks like everyone's dead. Yeah, that isn't good. Yeah, we have to kill everyone here. I saw the checkpoint, so I thought maybe we were about to get the hunters, but I guess not. I think there's 7 waves I've never counted. I just keep fighting until we get to the hunters. So it looks like we did get a frag grenade, maybe from a dead Marine, and I just threw that there in case another wave of Covenant came. So now we get the checkpoint, now we get the hunters. So while we're waiting, we're just going to go down here, get the health, more frag grenades, more sniper ammo. And yeah, the easiest way is just shoot them once in their orange midsection. Sometimes they are a little harder to hit here just because they're on an elevated lift, so when they attack they'll go down the little slope and makes them harder to hit, but they're both dead. Now sometimes, if you're lucky, I'm not sure what the trigger is, sometimes the Marines that you're fighting with, they'll just run towards the grav lift and you can get on the grav lift too, it'll get you right in. I'm not sure what the trigger for that is, I don't know if you have to finish this area in a fast enough time or what it is, but if that happens, that's actually a big time skip because what's supposed to happen, and that's what's happening here, is Cortana calls in for backup from Foehammer. You have to wait for that Pelican to come in. Wait for the Marines to drop off and then run to the grav lift. Yeah, there's the Pelican. But yeah, if you're lucky, you can save like a minute of time, and the Marines that you fight with will just run to the grav lift, and you can go right on into the ship. But yeah, now the Marines are here, we're gonna go in. And even if you only have like 3 or 4 Marines alive and that happens, when you enter the ship, you'll still have a full complement of 5 Marines. So now that we're in the ship, we're just gonna look at all 4 corners, look at all 4 doors, wait for one of them to open. It's random every time. And you're gonna have an invisible sworded elite. Yeah, before you get on the ship, you want to try to pick up a fresher plasma pistol and any stray plasma grenades. So kill the elite, pick up his plasma grenades, which I don't know why I did it. And then at this point, you're just fighting wave after wave of Covenant enemies. The trick here is just to use your radar, and you'll easily see which door the enemies will come through next. And that's the quickest way to get rid of the gold sworded elites. Just hit them with a charged plasma pistol shot and then snipe them before they can really do any damage, because obviously the sword is an insta-kill. So you can see there, sometimes you get few elites, sometimes you'll get several consecutive elites in a row, like here's our 3rd elite. So thankfully he just stands there and just poses, and that just makes him a sitting target for us. So there's not much here to say here, just try to get through here as fast as you can. Like, you don't want to spend too much time dealing with one wave of enemies, because there could be another wave of enemies coming in right behind you, and if you take too long, you could get overwhelmed and could get your Marines overwhelmed and killed. And again, it's not like the Marines are big help here. I mean, sometimes they'll throw the occasional grenade, which helps, but mostly they're good for distracting the Covenant. And yeah, this is real bad here. Apparently I missed the elite the first time. Unfortunately, he didn't get to anybody, but yeah, I'm running real low on plasma ammo. Yeah, and that's the thing during this fight too, like, in between waves, you want to be quick and get a fresh plasma pistol when you start, or if you run low on plasma grenades, try to get some plasma grenades. And again, since they're a lot more common than frag grenades, I use the plasma grenades in this section, because you don't get too many chances to restock on frag grenades. And, you know, plasma grenades, obviously, when you're fighting Covenant, are in abundant supply. So once you've killed enough waves is when the Covenant dance music starts to kick in. And that signals that you're almost done, and you just gotta keep up at this point. I mean, yeah, as long as you're on top of the waves, like, they won't do too much damage to you, and the biggest threat to you is a stray grenade or a chain reaction of grenades. So yeah, just use the radar to know what door the enemies are gonna come through next. That way you can be right on top of them, be a step ahead of them. Because I remember as a kid, this just used to be one of the most difficult sections, and that's one of my favorite sections of the game, and I am just terrible with this elite right now. I just let him knock out a couple Marines. Yeah, I think usually if I did this on co-op as a kid, I would just hide in one of the hallways in the back and just kill enemies that way. So we're just gonna kill these two hunters really quickly, and yeah, they're both dead. They appear once once you're done with all the waves of enemies. When you kill the two hunters, the doors to the next hallway will unlock. At that point, you want to grab the active camouflage, and then head up into this hallway. So the Marines, they're gonna be in on that side of the big door where you have to let them in. Depending on what happens up ahead, we may have to let them in. If you get lucky, we're not going to have to, and this is why you need the camouflage. Like, you don't have to melee these guys, but I do. So you want to jump down to the first floor, I guess this cargo room. There's a couple of sleeping grunts in the area. If one of them is near a door, it will unlock the door for you. That's not the case. If that happens, you can just run right through, skip this section altogether, but what I'm doing now is I'm just going to melee some of the stronger enemies. I'm going to open the door and let the Marines through. And once you kill enough enemies, you'll start getting waves of Covenant. You want to hang out near these doors, because eventually some Covenant enemies will come from one of the locked doors. At that point, just don't fight the enemies, just run right through. And I'm just waiting here, and fortunately we had a wave of Covenant enemies come through a locked door. What you're supposed to normally do here is kill every single enemy in that area, and once everybody's dead, the door's unlocked, but yeah, you can let the Marines in and use them to distract, keep the Covenant off your back. And there we just had to wait a little while to get a Covenant wave of enemies through that hall. So here, just try to snipe out the enemies in the back, especially the elite. I don't think I killed them, so I'm just going to finish him off with the plasma pistol. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, no shields left. If you have any Marines alive, still, if you open the door, they'll load right in with you here. So now we're in the shuttle bay. There's a couple enemies you want to focus on. Sometimes you'll see a purple elite there. The biggest enemy you want to focus on is that purple elite up on the higher level. Without a sniper, he's really hard to kill, which is why you want to keep your sniper through this whole level. You want to get rid of him, otherwise he's just going to be on your back this whole segment. So this is the area where you can grenade jump up to the top, skip the remaining of the level, but again, this video can show you how you can speedrun this level without doing that skip. It's a par time of 20 minutes, so it's really tight for this level. I think I got 21.5 minutes, so just missed the par time. So it's kind of hard to get on Legendary. You have to have everything go right. So here you normally have to kill every single enemy to unlock the door. So here you're probably low on sniper ammo. You can go back, restock here because you are going to want it. And at this point you're just dealing with waves of Covenant enemies that come through these doors. If you see any elites, obviously they're your top priority. There's also enemies that come in from the higher levels. So right here, this door just opened up. We're going to get a wave of Covenant enemies. And I just picked up the foreign skull. It's back here in the, if you never got that skull before, it's hidden back in that hallway. It prevents you from using Covenant weapons if you turn it on. And I just tried to snipe that elite. I'm surprised I did not kill him, but you saw him do that battle cry, which means he's about to die, so I just finished him off. So whenever you have a chance to, again, there's jackals up there, you want to try to kill them, otherwise they'll just be shooting at you constantly. And yeah, just shoot the Covenant enemies as you see them, restock on ammo when you have to. Make sure to keep your plasma pistol up and swap out when you have to. Eventually, once you've killed enough enemies, you'll get Cortana's message about or trying to unlock one of the doors. But at that point, just fight everything that's here. Yeah, you can see why people skip this long, drawn-out segment, but this is actually one of my favorite levels, so I like playing it over and over again. And here, we just got ambushed by an elite, so I'm just running for cover. They won't chase you back here, so you can just use this set of crates in the corner as cover. And I think all that's left is that elite, so I'm just waiting for him to get there's a grunt. So just wait for him to pop out, and I know he's hiding somewhere, so there we go. I just plasma pistoled him, then drop his shields, and then sniped him to finish him. And it looks like now, once you hear the music kicking, you know the hunters are ready to fight. So there's one, and there's two, and they're both dead. So there is a little bit of a lag between you killing the hunters and Cortana unlocking the door, so you want to use that moment to restock on sniper ammo. There's some more ammo there. Switch plasma pistols, get some more frag grenades. And then before you advance, there's the overshield right there. Just try to save it for the end. So, and you use that overshield to do the grenade skip, by the way, because of the brief invincibility you have when you pick it up. Like you're immune from the explosion. So just go up here, kill the grunts. There is an elite around the corner. Most of the time he's purple. Let's see what color he is this time. He is purple. They're usually a little bit easier to fight in this level because they're in narrow hallways, so they're not in a big area where they can move around constantly and avoid you, so it's easy to back them into a corner and finish them. There are 2 invisible elites in this hallway, so I was able to get rid of one of them. Sometimes they'll come after you, other times they'll just keep backing up and they'll just retreat to the shuttle bay on the 2nd floor. So we got rid of one. Around this corner will be 2 more jackals, and there's the 2nd elite. There he is. I just sniped him, so he's not going to be a problem anymore. There's one more jackal. Thankfully, he did that marking and allowed us to easily hit him. So when you get up here, where these enemies spawn from is random. Sometimes they're directly across from you. I'm just staying back because I just sniped out 2 jackals, and I think there's an elite back there. I didn't remember seeing him. Sometimes there'll also be a wave of enemies that spawn to your left, but I'm just going to run back here. I think the elite is dead. I guess he is. So it looks like we didn't get that wave of enemies that spawned. However, when you go down this walkway, there's going to be another wave of enemies behind you, and they will chase you. So I like to stay back here, camp out, and snipe them as they enter the screen. So we just took the elite out. That's the biggest threat. And I just took an elite and a grunt and a jackal out. So they will follow you here, so you're just going to want to be aware of them in your peripheral vision. Go in here, chuck a couple of frag grenades, and you'll clear out the enemies and retreat for a minute, and then just kill any enemies that you didn't kill while they're following you. So I'm pretty sure we didn't kill the elite, and couldn't kill that grunt. Jackal's gone. He's gone. So in here, let's see, did I get the elite? Looks like I did. So there's going to be a couple jackals and an elite up around this corner. We're going to take care of the jackals first. Yeah, just don't stick your head out too much or you'll just be pummeled by the elite. So once the jackals are gone, what I like to do here is bring the sniper out and then just get 2 quick shots off the elite. There are a couple grunts around the corner and they'll scatter and run once you kill the elite. So they won't shoot at you too much, just get rid of them so they don't shoot at you. So at the top, now we're going to be on the 3rd floor of the shuttle bay. What I'm going to do in this segment is switch to the plasma grenades, throw one in the front and one in the back of that little room to kind of like trap the Covenant between those grenades, and then just use them to blow up and kill the enemies. Usually they'll get them, sometimes you'll have a straggler, but they're not too bad. You want to run down this area fast because there is going to be a wave of enemies that spawn behind you. Use your frag grenades to get rid of the jackals, or at least get rid of the one in the back. You want to get through this area before the enemies behind you have a chance to catch up. Also, if you're too slow with this area, there's another section of enemies that spawn in behind them, so you don't want to have to deal with them. So now we're in the control room. There is a gold sworded elite here, but he's not our top concern. Let's snipe this purple elite in the back. And then while we're waiting for the other enemies to get alerted to our presence, just snipe out a couple grunts. So if you have a clear shot at the elite, the gold elite, which I think I hit the grunt, sometimes he'll run in here and charge after you. The other big problem here is that elite, like you want to get rid of him before he causes too many problems. There is sniper ammo and some health and some frag grenades off to the side, and given that I'm almost out of ammo, I'm not sure if I can go back and grab it. So over here there should be an elite. Thankfully he exposed himself around the corner, so got a couple easy shots. When you come in here, there's going to be a jackal that enters this door, so you just want to kill him quickly. He's probably the biggest threat that's remaining. So once you've killed every enemy in this room, the door to the next hallway will open up. Fun fact, if you still have any Marines somehow still alive up until this point, this is as far as they will go. They will just hang out in the control room while you go find the captain. And unsurprisingly, they are all dead by the time you get back here. So now the door is unlocked, we've killed everyone. You want to kill the 3 grunts. Let's not get blown up by that plasma grenade. And at this point, it's all just grunts and jackals in this hallway, so you can run through, be a little reckless. Don't be too reckless because we're on legendary. Here's another group of grunts. Pick up their plasma grenades if you need them. And I like to throw a couple plasma grenades in the back to try to get the jackals, which we got a pretty decent explosion there. So let's keep running. Recharge our plasma pistol if you have to. There's another group of jackals here. Let's finish them off. So there's one, and these should be the last enemies for a while. There are 2 jackals outside the prison cell, but beyond that we can just run for a while. So we're going to go to the first prison cell first, the one where there's nobody in them, because there is an active camouflage in that room that we're going to have to pick up, and it's going to come in handy for eliminating all the Covenant in the second prison cell. So it's right here behind this console, just behind and below. I just picked it up. So we're going to run back. You can...
We must be in the brig. These look like holding cells. There are probably multiple
You can open up
detention
the prison cells. There is a dead
Captain
Marine there. I
must
just
be in one of
lost
them.
my
We need to
microphone,
keep
I'm
looking
sorry.
for him.
Pick up some sniper ammo, but it's not too important right now. So over here, what I like to do, I like to melee the first Jackal, which will cause the second Jackal to run up, and you can easily quickly kill him after. So now we're in the prison cell with the Captain. Just melee the grunts to death. There are 2 invisible elites. Just get behind them and melee them quickly. You don't even have to fire a single shot if you've got the camouflage. Just get behind everyone. This elite will wonder why all his minions are dropping dead and gives him a free shot. So now we're going to open up the prison cells, get to the Captain, who's seemingly ungrateful that we just ventured in here to save him.
We should head back to the shuttle bay
Which
and call for evac.
we can just leave you here if you want to, because I know you're just going to die later on anyway. So go back here. You want to kill the 2 elites before they cause any problems. I didn't do it here, but you can just drop a grenade in front, try to do some damage. Try to get ahead of them so they attack you and not your Marines, because if the Captain dies, you have to go back to the last checkpoint. Obviously, that eats up time. Go out here, kill the 2 Jackals, turn around. The biggest threat in the back are is the elite, which looks like he has no shields left. Again, just get out in front and try not to let them attack the Captain, because you don't want his health to go down. So there should be another elite around the corner, and there he is. And he's a blue elite, so he's really weak, so goes down really easy. And then the grunts watch their leader get killed, they all panic, so just shoot at them till they die. And then over here, there's the last grunts and jackals of this hallway, so once you kill them, you're home free until the control room. So you want to save any frag grenades for the control room, because I'll show you what you can do with them, because the control room is where the Captain is most likely to get killed, at least that was my experience in the past. And it's not like he gets killed by being shot at. What most likely kills him is a stray grenade. But now we're in here. There's 3 invisible sorted elites. You can stay back here, snipe out the first 2 before they get over to you, which that one started running. And sometimes this third elite, he just like gets stuck around that pole and just stays there, so he's just an easy target. And again, what's most likely to kill the Captain in this room is a stray explosion. And the Captain and the Marines, they'll follow you anywhere. So what I like to do here is keep them safe, bring them back into this corner. And again, if he dies, you go back to the last checkpoint, and you don't get and your last checkpoint is before this cutscene, which means you have to kill everyone. You have to sit through this conversation again. It's not fun, so we don't want that to happen. So right at the end of Cortana's chat with Foehammer and the Captain, you want to get ahead of the Captain, and what we're going to do is when the music kicks in, the 3 doors will open up and you'll be ambushed by grunts. What you want to do is throw a frag grenade in each door. 1 there, and 1 there. You can see it will quickly kill all the grunts. I think there's 6, and we just killed all 6. And you want to kill them before they get a chance to start attacking the Captain and throwing grenades. We're at the tail end of the level, so just run down this hallway. You want to snipe the elite out first, because when you snipe him out, the grunts will start running away. And then just press the switch to release the dropship. And it won't end the level until you've killed all the grunts, which we just did that, so it's not a problem. And that's the end of the level. You can see 22 minutes, 39 seconds. We just missed the part time of 20 minutes. My best time here is about 21 and a half, so that's a way you can get through this level pretty quickly if you're having trouble doing the grenade jump. And again, as long as you don't go ridiculously over the part time, you should be fine. You can see we only missed it by a couple minutes. You can easily make that up in the other levels. And until next time, good luck.